Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing really, really well today. I'm Michelle Legaly. If we've never met, I'm the creator of the Empaths and Sensitives Facebook group and several other things. And today is all about past, present, and future readings. So I started out my career, I was a fourth grade teacher for many years. And then once I had my own kids, I started to do things that I was interested in, which consisted of a lot of studying of intuition. It was something I've always been interested in. I went on to study it for many years, finished a mediumship mastery program, and then worked as a intuitive, a medium, and even hypnotherapy. I took classes. I went to I forget the name of the school. It was in Santa Fe at the time. It was the best place I thought to go, and worked as in hypnotherapy too. And all I noticed was that I was interested in altered states of consciousness for myself and as a tool for healing for others. And I have seen that to be true. So all that to say, many years ago in 2018, I started a group called Intuition Circle. And I started it locally, and then it moved online. And it served over, I don't know, I think we've had well over 500 women join the group. And what it is, it's an online platform for women to develop their own intuition. And so that group has been going on, like I said, since 2018. And since the end of 2023, we've been coming up with new ways to use our intuition. And either someone in the group or collectively, we came up with the idea of past, present, and future. And it's not a new idea in terms of getting information. We've always, like for far back as I've known, I think when people think of psychic work, they think of people who can predict the future, who can tell someone about the past. And that's not really the way I grew up in the intuitive world. We were more about the now and what is showing up now and giving information based on what comes to us now. So this idea of past, present, and future was a new one for me. And in this month inside of Intuition Circle, we've been working on past, present, and future information. And it's just been so interesting. I've learned so much about myself. Women in the group have learned so much about themselves. It's just like everything else. We've just created another framework or structure with intention to access information that we might not have received if we hadn't created the frameworks and the intentions. Does that make sense to anybody? So it's all this, it's all this, it really is in us creating the structure / framework and the intention that allows us to perceive information that we probably wouldn't have received without the structure and the intention. So that's what we've done inside of Intuition Circle that we've called past, present, and future readings. And I wanted to give you a little bit of idea around it. It's for you to try it if you want to. And you're welcome to join us inside of Intuition Circle this month or any months, or stay with us as long as you want to. I'll make sure to post the link here. So if you want to, this is just like kind of the tip of the iceberg, but this is something I've learned. So if you can, close your eyes. And again, this is just step one of creating the structure. And if you are going to set the intention to be in the now, the present, where does your attention go? So ask yourself, I'm in the now or present moment. Where does your focus and attention go? Just naturally. Okay, let's stop there. Open your eyes. So where did it go? Mine feels like a magnet coming to the center of me. What about you? Type it in the chat if you're here with me live. Where does your attention go naturally if you tell yourself to come in and become aware of the present moment? Sometimes we call it the now. Type it in the chat. Okay, get that. Now let's go to the future. If you were going to think about the future, whether that's 1 minute from now when this training is over, or tonight, or tomorrow, or a year from now, or 10 years from now, anytime from now till the next now, which we call the future, where is that? If I asked you to focus on the future, notice what your attention and focus does. Mine naturally drifts to the right side of me. For some people, they've said it drifts above them. For some people, they said it drifts ahead of them, and based on where your physical body is. Sometimes people go more inside themselves. I'm trying to think of other things I've seen. Sometimes I've seen people that they stay with what they would call the now, and there's just like an overlay of color that represents the future. That's happened to me too. Good. Oh, April, thanks for being here. Okay, April says for the now, she's in her body, I believe. April, what about future? Where does your attention shift to, if anywhere? And then notice that. And now let's come back to the center of us, if that's where your now point is, and go to the past. If you were going to just naturally see where the past is for you, where do you shift your focus and attention? For me, I start to go to the left. Some people go to the back, some people go to the bottom, above. If there's a spatial shift for you at all. Beautiful. So we're getting people saying for the future, I think it's ahead of me. And I bet, April, for you, I bet what you would consider past is going to be behind you. But let me know what you notice. Okay, open your eyes. What did you notice? Now, I like to teach, like when we talk about intuition, I always want to teach things that apply to us to help us become more aware and improve our own lives. And then we can also use those tools to help other people in their lives if you have a calling to do that. But I always think we should start with us to see if these things have value. And if they do, and we embody them, there are great tools that we use in our own toolbox to help others. Cool, April, she went downward for past. Cool. Okay, so let's talk about this. Now that you have some awareness about your natural defaults, that's one level of awareness, and it's so good. I'm going to share with you, with me practicing this month and other students, how it has improved our lives. So at one level, with me just being a regular person, cleaning the house and walking the dog and all of that, I can, now that I've been practicing these past, present, and future spaces, I notice when I'm getting out of alignment, or when I'm feeling a little stressed, or when life starts to get wobbly, I'll catch my attention being outside of the now. I can actually feel myself going to the left or right, and I'm spending way too much time there. And I go, oh, come on, pull it all back into the now. And me just doing that, I can feel this grounding feeling. Does that make sense? And do you see how that could improve our lives when we start to notice the shift left, right, up, down, and that you might be spending a little too much time there in your day to day, that you can pull that energy back to the now. or the focus or the attention, the energy, whatever you want to call it. Awesome, April. Okay, so that's one level of helping you in your life with understanding past, present, and future. Another level, when you're actually wanting to give yourself a reading or give yourself information, this has been so cool. I'm getting so much more information with the structure here. So now that you've established your past, present, and future, you can go in to access those spaces and ask for information. And that's something, I won't go into it too much here. If you're interested in more diving into the getting information and the pieces of that, I would love for you to join me inside of Intuition Circle, even for just a month. It's $47 a month. I will put the link if you're interested. Okay, so that's the next level, is accessing information. What I've been doing personally is I access information for the now, then I tap into the future, and then I tap into the past. It's amazing the amount of awareness I'm getting that I did not have before this tool. And then the last level, or it's not really the last level, it's another level, is me using that system, or you using the past, present, and future framework to access information for others to help them become more aware and help them in their lives. And I'm getting way more information in this structure for others than I ever have before. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you today about past, present, and future readings. This thing that I'm trying to explain, I feel like it's hard to explain, so I hope you got something out of it. But it really does come down to another framework, and that you creating the framework within you that works for you. It doesn't have to be my way, but I think the idea of creating mental frameworks within you that you would label past, present, and future has a whole lot of value. Awesome. April just said, I love it. I will practice. Good. Again, if you are interested in joining us and building this muscle together in a supportive community, I put the link to Intuition Circle. Again, you can try it. It's $47 a month. If you don't like it after the first 30 days and you say this isn't for me, I'm happy to refund your $47. Most people like it and want to stay, and then it's $47 a month after that. We have dozens of masterclasses about, like this one, past, present, and future, timeline, oracle card readings, a lot of inner works masterclasses. I can't even think of them off the top of my head. And then we meet live every single Wednesday, most Wednesdays, noon to 1 o'clock on Zoom. So if you're interested, join us, and I can't wait to see you there. And then some of you, I'll just see you next week when we do the next live. And I don't have my subject yet, my title, but I'll be here next Tuesday. Okay, bye everybody.